welcome everyone. I'd like to thank you for coming to my Communications 110 demonstration. I'd like to demonstrate to you today how to set up a chessboard. As you know, chess has been considered a difficult game for a lot of people, but chess is very, very simple and easy to learn. The main point in playing chess is making sure you set up your players correctly and you know exactly how they move. We'll first start with the pawn. The pawns are set up directly. There's 8 pawns that's set up on the first row of your chessboard. These are called men. The role of the pawn is to always, as well as the other players, is to protect the king. The next player we consider is our castle. Sometimes it's also called the rook. The role of the rook, again, is to protect the king. It is designed to move straight across and diagonally on the board. The next player that I will discuss is the knight. The knight is a little bit different than any of the other players because the knight is capable of not only moving in an L and over one, it can also jump over other men in the very beginning of the play. So the knight is considered a valuable player in the game of chess. The third player I like to discuss with you is the bishop. The bishop also is very important, but the bishop role, it can only move diagonally at any point across the board, and that way it can also capture only if a man is in his way diagonally. We like to talk about the queen as our next one. The queen is the most valuable player on the board because the queen is the most powerful player. Her role is to be able to move, to protect the king by moving diagonally across any of the colors of the board. She can also move sideways, and the queen has enough power where she is capable of jumping and moving backward as well. One thing to note also about the queen is that the queen's role is where she is to protect the king at all costs. Okay? Our most important player that we have in chess is our king. Although the king is the most powerful player in chess, he can also be known as the chess man that can only move one square at a time. So as we look at our board and look at our chessmen, we can see that each one is lined up diagonally. Most people, when they choose to play the game of chess, they also play it where they would like to have a worthy opponent. So as you play chess, you use your imagination as to what moves you're going to actually make before you actually start the game of chess. One thing that we would also like for you to remember when you're playing chess, chess is a game for thinkers. It is required that you know what your next move is going to be and to also contemplate what the next move of your player is. In order for you to be successful at the game of chess, one thing you have to remember also is to remember what moves your men make, what moves your opponent has in mind that you will make, that's where you will be successful. Anytime you meet anyone that you feel like is a worthy opponent, sometimes you have what you consider in the game a stalemate. Therefore, there are no winners whenever you have a stalemate, and neither one of you or your opponent can be put in check. Are there any questions from the audience? Yes. That's a very good question. The color of your board dictates who goes first. When you look at the board, you also always have a dark side and a light side. The light side is the side that always goes first. Okay? Yes.
I have a question. Is it true that it's no time limit to this game? It may go on for hours, or it could go on for days?
Well, with the game of chess, you want to have a worthy opponent. It is true that in some games, some of the opponents actually bring time clocks to their game. This way they can dictate how much time is allowed for the opponents to be able to play. But a lot of people really, when they have a worthy opponent, they know that it would take enough time for that opponent to lose. Okay? Yes, Jasmine? Okay. I want to thank everyone for coming to my presentation and allow me to explain and demonstrate to you a little bit about how to play chess. Thank you very much.